Hey everyone, this right here is, let me show you this again. This is Shadrach ASMR, and I've decided to make a drawing video. I had, not too long ago, a poll on Twitter which involved making a drawing video. Or rather, I should say, a number of videos, and the drawing video is what went out. Well, anyways, let's get this started. I love Sharpies. Now, as for what I'm going to draw, instead I'm just going to make a lot of drawing videos. Let's start with just making an alien. Gotta draw his head. See his body right there. Let's just draw his hands. Okay. Now let's draw another arm. I know it's not correct in the way of body shape and everything, but who cares? He's an alien, so it really doesn't matter. And let's draw his little highlights right here. That's our little alien. It's not our best looking alien, I admit. But he's nonetheless a nice alien. Just don't anger him. He might end up having no choice but to probe you if you don't like him. I mean, he's just a friendly alien. I mean, one of the things I love about science fiction is how the aliens can look like just about anything we imagine. They could look like human beings. They could look like gray aliens. They can even look like globs of flesh. They can even look like animals. There's no limit to what aliens can look like. My first science fiction exposure was with Star Trek, with Spock and the Vulcans, Worf and the Klingons. You even had other aliens like the Ferengi, the Cardassians. No, not those socialites. I'm not referring to those guys, or girls, or whatever they are. I know a lot of people are going to probably think I've lost my mind by mentioning them. But if there was one alien villain I really liked, It was the Jem'Hadar. I also like Star Wars, with Wookiees and Ewoks and I also like all the various different aliens associated with Star Wars. And then you have, with Dune, those giant sandworms. Very interesting if you think about it. And then you have the Doctor from Doctor Who. How the Doctor looks like a human being, but the Doctor has two hearts. That's just a very interesting thing if you think about it. You know, rather than color this entire alien gray, perhaps we can give this alien a variety of colors. Let's give him some blue. Our alien doesn't have to be gray. If anything, our alien can be any color we want. And that's what I love about aliens. They can be anything and everything imaginable in the way of colors. You know, I read a lot about alien abductions and stuff, and though I kind of take it with a grain of salt, it is kind of fun to read about the stories that people have. I mean, it's not every day you read about people that have these experiences, and then you wonder, what to make of them. And then you got UFO artwork from the medieval era. Very interesting stuff. There's one ASM artist, like I mentioned her name a couple of times, named Seafoam Kitten, and she has this really awesome alien alter ego named Faye. Very sweet alien person that she does. And then you have, you know, another ASM artist. Again, I probably am not pronouncing his name right. Tarar Edigulo, or not sure if I butchered his name. I still wish he would make a video explaining to people how to pronounce it, but he does like this Dr. Andrew Michaels persona that's pretty good. And I've been wanting to see like a crossover between those two, and quite possibly even have like Jibby ASMR as Daisy, you know, just part of the mix. That would be a very interesting outlook, you know, just to see what those three could conjure up. I mean, I really like collaborations. I love collaborations, because collaborations between other ASMR artists are just awesome. It's like we're one big community. And that's what I want to see in the ASMR community. putting the community in the ASMR community. It's truly an extraordinary feat. I love seeing other ASMR artists working together for the greater good. That's just how aliens are like, you know, they're part of the big star-spanning federation, with humans at the forefront of everything. I wonder if aliens ever wrote science fiction where humans were just, you know, leading the show and humans were like, you know, just somewhere in the back. I never completely understood humanity at times, and to be honest with you, there are times even I feel like an alien. But I wonder sometimes, what would I do if I actually met one? Would I be frightened, or would I want to be friends with the fella? I don't know. But I think it'd be cool to meet an alien. Because humanity does bore me at times. You meet one human, you've met them all. It's like, it's rather boring if you think about it, that humanity is just one of the only sentient beings in this universe. And all this talk about aliens being like demons or something, I blame it on these New Agers trying to ruin the alien experience. Because if you ask me, aliens are just different beings. They're not deities out to destroy anything. They're just probably just living lives like we are. Just getting to work on time, providing for their families and what have you. It's just, you know, something to consider. Are they really out there? That, by the way, is a bird clock that just went off. Quite honestly, it's very interesting. I've often pondered, what would aliens think of our flora and fauna on this planet? Like, what would they think of all the animals that make up this earth? They probably would think these creatures of our planet to be strange. It's rather interesting what they would think in the way of how some people regard animals with high regard, even more than human beings. Well, regardless of such, if the aliens came and studied our planet, that would be interesting. The one thing that really is frightening is cattle mutilations. Like, what is their role in all that? There's a rather interesting video on YouTube that actually shows a cattle abduction from 1983 on video. It's very frightening. But I would suggest you watch it in the morning if you're trying to use this to sleep. Then again, you might be into creepy things, I don't know. Who knows what your interests are? I don't know what you like or dislike, but everyone is different. Just like every alien is different. But as for me, regardless if I'm a human or an alien, I'm just a person. That's all that matters to me. Showing love and kindness to my neighbors, no matter what they are. Even if I disagree with them. Even if I think their ways are wrong. Even if I think they are foolish. Quite honestly, everyone makes